Hello, everybody. Welcome to midweek. This week I'm going to go solo. Why? Well, it's kind of like one of those weeks where I call it nuts and bolts weekend, or midweek, actually. It's just nothing huge to announce, nothing new. Believe it or not, no changes this week in schedules, but kind of important things that we will work through. And so 4 areas that I want to talk about today. Number 1. This weekend, we are live and we are streamed. And so we are going to be, again, Saturday night, Sunday morning, 2 different times, 3 locations. And last weekend went so well, thank you. And we continue to have an incredible group of people streaming with us. So thank you for all of that, and we're going to do the same thing this weekend. This is the weekend for our Christmas offerings. They are going to go to our missionaries, a gift to them. Number 2, to the Salem Police Foundation. You heard about that last week from Officer Seeley. And then also number 3, we're going to be helping up the canyon and also over to some families on the coastal area that got affected by the fire. So this weekend, you can send it through online, you can drop it off at the office, you can bring it in to the services this weekend. Let's move to the next question, and that is Christmas Eve. Yes, we are live this year for Christmas Eve. Couple changes, not huge. We're going 3 time slots, 3:35 and 6:30. We are going to be in 2 locations, and please, please, please sign up. It's online. Why do we sign up? So that we can prepare for you and so that we can protect you. Prepare, we need to make sure we know how many people are coming in the different slots, and so that we can protect you by, again, all of the necessary things of sanitation and all of those things in between services. We have to plan the number of people, so it is absolutely so helpful. And by the way, I don't mean to cause fear and anxiety in you, but the sign-ups are incredible already. There are slots that are actually getting filled. So get online, and if getting online frustrates you and somehow you just can't do it, call the office. We'll sign up for you. So get ready, Christmas Eve. It is going to be so cool. Yes, we're going to use candles. Yes, if the words got out, we're going to be singing part of our service outside. So we're going to start inside, and then we're going to go outside. And so, yes, wear things that are appropriate clothing. If you look at the weather and it's raining, you say, are they really going to do it during the rain? Yes. Absolutely. We don't live in Southern California. We're in Oregon. Rain is our environment. We love it. So we are going to do it. Rain or shine. No shine. It's in the evening. Sorry. Therefore, prepare. And we're going to finish off each of the services out in the parking lot singing, yes, Away in a Manger. No, you know the song, but I won't tell it to you. You can sing it with us. That's Christmas Eve. Then the following 2 weekends, we're going to stream. Why are we going to stream? Is that something that comes from the government? No, honestly, at all. It's simply, it has been a long run. It has been a delightful run. We have a really tired team. That's the worship teams and the video teams and the audio teams and everybody else. And they need a break. And so this is a time where we are already preparing our services. I'll tell you about that in just a minute. And we will be ready for you. Each Sunday, we're going to broadcast a streamed message, and the whole thing is getting prepared for you right now. So then we will be back live after that come January. For those who love to know and plan ahead, our communion will be the first weekend back. I think it's the 8th and the 9th of January 2021. Woo! It's going to be 2021. It's going to be the best year ever. I cannot wait to see what happens because, well, it's got to be better than 2020. That one's a little rough. I have a question. So that's the stream services. We got all that, nuts and bolts, kind of walking through my brain. I think we got it all. Last thing, I want to give you a different question. It's not that I don't mind. A lot of people ask me, virtually every day. Pastor, how you doing? How's the staff doing? It's not a bad question. I don't mind it. Continue to ask it. I just want to give you a different question to ask, not only of yourself, but of your friends. Here it is. It's nothing earth-shattering, but it's not how are you doing, it's how are you growing? I find in these kind of seasons, if you don't do something intentional, you move towards the tyranny of the urgent. Yes, there's a lot of reshuffling of schedules. Yes, there's educating our kids at home. Yes, there's things that are just hard. And how are you growing? I want to give you a couple of areas that I think in terms of answering that question. Number one, I am growing through conversation. I'm having a ton of conversations. And from one of the books I read, I got this little tag. It's listen to learn, not listening to defend. Wow, that has been so wonderful. In terms of going in, yes, there's a lot of tension-filled conversations. There's a lot of people who are facing things like they never imagined. Grandparents who are forbidden to see their grandkids because of some COVID issue or some relational issue, some perspective on racial issues. Some kids have all of a sudden decided, nope, you're not safe and you can't see the grandkids. Just unbelievable pain is in this season. So I have grown this year in simply learning how to have better conversation. Listening to learn, not listening to defend. That's been a great one. Number two, I'm growing through prayer. My conclusion is this: God is not panicked. He's not frustrated. He's not concerned. And so therefore, if I spend way more time in prayer, then the likelihood that I won't be panicked, won't be concerned, won't be frustrated is going to be exponentially higher. I'm growing through prayer. I've been leading the prayer time on Monday nights. We have prayer time in our staff on Tuesdays and in Thursdays, and there's other prayer time, corporate prayer times. I have a group of pastors that I call together and we pray. And it's just been marvelous, again, just learning to offload all of the anxiety and the stress. So it's been another area that I'm growing. Third area that I'm growing through reading. And I thought, well, maybe you'd like to know what I'm reading. Let me share a couple of those. If you don't, come back in about 1 minute. This is one that the staff is reading and the deacons. And it's called Managing Leadership Anxiety. Appropriately titled during this time. Yes, yours and theirs. This has been gold, absolutely gold for people who are facing anxiety. My little lesson of listening to learn and not listening to defend came from this book. Highly recommend it. Unbelievable book. The Color of Life. This actually came from a daughter of somebody who attends our church. What is it about? The journey towards love and racial justice. Absolutely, I'm still on that one. Still trying to figure out how to best, in my own mind, see our world and be a part of healing and unity. This has been a good read. So thanks for that one. This is a good one. Love this one. The Righteous Mind. Why good people are divided by politics and religion. Little thick, but you might want to tackle it. It is really helpful. It has been insightful, understanding why people move towards groups, why people love to think in groups, and understanding how to help people think true to their heart. Great book, Righteous Mind. Here's another one. I have loved the subtitle of this one, Building the Tough Mudder Movement. It Takes a Tribe. It is from Will Dean, founder and CEO of Tough Mudder. Great book on grittiness. Great book on just, again, learning how to be a person of perseverance. Excellent book. Last one. This one's just for pastors mainly, but it's been a good one. Paul David Tripp, I'm a longtime fan of his. There's some folks in our church that know this guy well. Dangerous Calling, Confronting the Unique Challenges of Pastoral Ministry. Why am I reading this? Well, they tell me 35% of senior pastors are going to resign in the next 2 years. I want to do everything I can to make that number smaller. And that's why I'm reading this, is to become a person and an agent of ministry to pastoral leadership as far as God allows me to influence. That's some of the ways that I'm growing. If you found a good book that is really good, don't recommend garbage. Recommend a good book, and if you found one, let me know. I love to read. How am I growing? Last one, through work. Really? Work? Yeah. You know what the kind of work I'm talking about? In fact, somebody said this morning, they said, oh, you have to go to work. And I told the poor lady, I've never had a day of work in my life. No, when I come to church, that's not work. I mean, don't tell anyone, but I'm amazed the church pays me to do this. It's like the best thing in the world. I feel like I won the lottery. However, I like work at home and work on projects, fallen trees, breaking horses, spent the night with a horse last night that was sick. I have enjoyed kind of getting things that are tangible and I can accomplish some things. So I have continued to just be a person who loves to have outside challenges outside of the ministry. I have grown in that area. It relieves tension. It creates a delightful place for my wife and I to enjoy working and actually serving people in our community. So that's what I'm choosing to do. That's a question I want to ask you. How are you growing? And I hope you are. By the way, everyone says, oh, you must be so busy. I'm not. I'm really not that busy at all. So therefore, my friends, sometimes in this kind of difficult season where maybe you're streaming, but you just kind of need some pastoral touch, you need somebody to process something. Maybe you have some situations going on in your family and you just need somebody to chat with. We're here. I can't read your mind. I wish I could. And God doesn't send me emails and say, hey, Pastor Mark, somebody needs a phone call. Sometimes I do that, but I just want you to know you have permission. We love you. And if you can make it on the weekends, marvelous. If you can't right now, it's okay. You're part of our family. And call us if you need us. I love you. Have a great week. I hope you're growing. See you this weekend.